everyone! Welcome, my name is Karina and I'm a French language specialist with VAM Public Libraries. Thank you for joining me for a summer reading club activity which is part of our Global Games Week. So, today I'm going to show you how to play Battleships. It's a two-player game and all you need for it is a pen and a paper. It's a game that has been around since the early 1900s and is quite popular all over the world. If you can't meet with your buddy right now, with your friend, all you have to do is just FaceTime them or have a video call, and it's a very easy game to play that way. So as I mentioned, all you need is pen and paper. Let's get started. I'll explain the rules to you. The main purpose of the game is that players take turns in trying to guess the locations of the other player's ship on a grid in order to sink each other's battleships. So to start, each player draws two 10x10 grids labeled along the sides with letters and numbers. You can use some graphing paper as it's easier to draw your grids. So I have 10 by 10. I'm gonna draw the second one. So you label them. A to J, 1 to 10. We do the same for the next grid. Now, you can label each grid to keep track of whose grid is what. So here, this would be the one on the left-hand side would be your grid, so you can write your name. I'm writing my own name. Writing Karina's Battleships. And in the other one, you can write your opponent's name. For example, Mike's Battleships. I find that really helpful, especially at the beginning. Alright, so now you can start drawing your battleships in your grid. So in your grid is where you draw your battleships, and in your opponent's grid is where you draw the hits or misses. I'll explain later on. So now let's think of what each fleet consists of. Each player's fleet consists of the following ships. One aircraft carrier, which has 5 squares, like this. So this is aircraft. Next, you have one battleship, which is 4 squares. So this is a battleship. Next, you have a cruiser, which is 3 squares. Then a destroyer, which is 2. And then you have two submarines, a square each. And sorry, I mean we have 2 destroyers. Alright. So 1 aircraft, 1 battleship, 1 cruiser, 2 destroyers, and 2 submarines. So these are the battleships. This is what you need to fit inside your square. So I'm just gonna randomly, you can devise a strategy as you go along, but at the beginning it's easy to just randomly place them. So I'm gonna randomly place my battleships. So I have my aircraft. Then I have my battleship. Just so you know, you can either place them horizontally or vertically. Now I'm gonna place my cruiser, 1 destroyer. I'll place another destroyer right here. And then I'm gonna place my 2 submarines. And this is what my grid looks like. Now, once your opponent is ready with his grid, you can start playing the game. So during the play, the players take turn in making shots at the opponent by calling out the coordinates of a square. So, for example, if I start, I'm going to call C2 on my opponent's grid right here. If my opponent has any of these ships in that C2, if he has a ship, he marks it with an X. If he doesn't have a ship, I will mark it with a 0. So, for example, if I call F7, and he does not have a ship there, I'm gonna mark it with a circle. The first player to lose all their ships loses the game. So if Mike retaliates and he calls, for example, 6F, and then 7F, and then 8F, 9F, and 10F, I have lost my aircraft. If I lose all of my ships first, then I lose the game. I found some very easy to follow instructions on the web at the address below. So feel free to check that website for other pen and paper games as well. Thank you so much for joining me for the Summer Reading Club activity today. I hope you like Battleships. Let us know if you do by tagging us on social media, hashtag VPL at home. And don't forget to check our Summer Reading Club website regularly for other fun activities. And every week there's a new theme that has even more activities added to it. So I hope you enjoy our Summer Reading Club activities. Stay well and see you soon. Bye!